to turn this over to our board president, Susan Syler, and I wish I had a long introduction, but I think that we probably don't need that. So, Susan, it's all yours.
Hi, everybody. And quite honestly, I'm up here quaking in my boots. This is the one part about being president that just, I had to pretend like it wasn't ever going to happen, but it did. So I asked ChatGPT to write me a 5-minute talk on stewardship. And I was blown away to know that AI totally understands Unitarian Universalism and seemingly our fellowship. So y'all are going to hear it. Listen to this. Today, I want to talk to you about stewardship, not just as a financial commitment, and I'm saying all this from my heart because it's really good, but as a spiritual practice, an expression of love, and a way to deepen our connection to this community. When we hear the word stewardship, we often think of fundraising, budgets, and pledge drives. And yes, those things matter. The lights don't turn on by themselves. The programs that enrich our lives, like social justice initiatives, need resources. But stewardship is about more than money. It's about care. It's about taking responsibility for something that matters deeply to us. At its core, stewardship is an act of gratitude. It's the recognition that we have received something of great value, this spiritual home, this place where we come together to seek truth, to build justice, to offer and receive love. Stewardship is the way we ensure that this gift is sustained, not just for ourselves, but for those who will come after us. In UU, we affirm the interconnectedness of all life. That interconnectedness is not just a lofty ideal, it's something we live out in our relationship and commitments. Stewardship is one way we practice that interconnectedness. It's how we say, I think, oops, went to the wrong place. Oh my God. Well, y'all, I just lost the last half of the thing. So let me move on because I haven't memorized ChatGPT's talk. Okay, it was really, really good. And it ended on the note about gratitude. And I say thank you to ChatGPT for your mention of gratitude, because it's the perfect segue to talk about these leaves, thank you, Suzette, from our pledgeship drive 2 years ago, and when we did the Tree of Gratitude. And I found these the other day and read through them, and it was really a good reminder of all the things that we have to be grateful for. So I'm going to read you some of them. A simple birthday card from the Caring Committee changed the feeling of my day from dread to feeling loved. Beautiful yard, very supportive working board. Thank you. I think meant to take that one out. Gratefulness for Sunday services, and I need to get my guy. And opportunities to help others. To help others. Grateful for a supportive community. Caring community. Friendship. Provides a safe place for my heart. Grateful to work with so many generous friends. Friendship and acceptance. For finding my home at Galveston UU. I'm grateful for our loving community at UU. Friendship, new friends. Thanks for community where I can feel safe and welcome. Activities that bring groups together. A church building that is home. Anyway, that was just a really nice reminder of a really wonderful Pledge Sunday from a few years ago, and gratefulness for everything that we have here. So now it's back to me, and no GPT or anything. So as you know, stewardship involves time, talent, and treasure, and I'll talk about finances and treasure first. So this is rather elementary, but I'm not sure if I understood this at any point in my long life, that it's the pledges that allow the board to develop a budget every year. So knowing that we're going to depend on money coming in is different than what we get in the plate every Sunday, because that's just kind of extra. So our total budget for 24-25 fiscal year was approximately $100,000. Pledges last March totaled about $80,000, and we had some additional donations, like the proceeds from the attic treasure sale, which actually was about 4% of our budget. So you may wonder, where does $100,000 go? And it goes to utilities, lawn care, cleaning, insurance, bookkeeping, Sunday speakers, and the housing allowance for our intern, Catherine. And then we have the new kitchen and the floor is going to be covered by additional monies. And we also pay $3,000 approximately a year to UEA, to our national organization. So if everyone pledges the same amount this year as last year, we may have sufficient funds to cover our regular ongoing expenses, but it may be close. We have lost members both to moving and unfortunately to death. And there will be fewer pledges. But I was thinking about our fellowship the other day and how generous we are with our compassionate offering. Do you know that we give anywhere from $700 to $1,000 each month to one of our favorite charities? And of course, my next thought was, why can't we be as generous to ourselves? So I would urge you all to think about making your own compassionate offering to our church as part of your pledge to keep us going. So besides treasure, our fellowship needs your time and talents. So if you ask your parents or grandparents, I'm pretty sure they'll tell you that the church that they attended never asked them to volunteer. To volunteer means you are an outside resource, stepping in to help an organization in need. What we do when we pick up trash on the beach or in our neighborhood, help sort food at St. Vincent's, usher at the Grand, or any of the other myriad activities working at Central and the Tree Conservancy. So many things that we do outside of our church. So volunteering is what you do at a place that's important to you, but not at a place that belongs to you. And that's the important distinction. You can't volunteer at your own church any more than you can volunteer to babysit your own children or volunteer to care for somebody you love. That's not volunteering. So instead, the church has asked people to serve as board members, as greeters, as members of various committees. Whatever the job, it's considered a service, a ministry. And at our church, more than any other church, when we have no real minister, we're all definitely ministers. And on a related note, I was telling my son Syler, the minister, about this upcoming talk, and he told me about the only sermon that he remembers from a lifetime of attending our Episcopal church in Austin. We were driving into the parking lot one morning and we noticed a new sign at a parking place, and it said reserved for the minister. And I don't remember that, but I can imagine it. At the time I rolled my eyes and I was like, really? Why is he so great? You know? Well, later on, very short since I lost a page of GPT, that's how I feel about this place and why I'm happy to support it with my time, talent, and treasure. The end. I'm losing my leads.
Well, that's pretty amazing about ChatGPT, whatever the. Well, I'm very impressed with what you got, and the rest of it was great. Wasn't it great? She did great.